And there I've done it. I've picked up the new iPad A16. It's also probably commonly referred to as the iPad 11, but it's just been released. And so when I went to the shops to pick up a protection case, they didn't know what I was talking about. So when I said iPad 11, they said, which one, the iPad Air or is it the iPad Pro? I said, no, the iPad 11. And so this is a very, very new iPad, and I'm going to talk about this one today. I was thinking about upgrading my iPad to the iPad 10 when it came out. I had an iPad 8 at that time, but eventually I ended up giving my iPad 8 to my girlfriend, and then I bought an iPad 9 because it was a lot cheaper at the time. So this is the iPad 9 in a Logitech combo case, which means it comes with a trackpad, and this trackpad has been very interesting to use because it is a nice alternative to the Apple Magic Keyboard case. Why did I choose the iPad 9 over the iPad 10 and waited until now to upgrade to the iPad 11? The reason for that is because of the headphone jack. Right, the headphone jack doesn't exist on iPad 10 or the 11. But yeah, when you're editing material and you need to ensure that the audio is in sync with video, using a pair of wired headphones is still going to give you more reliable low latency feedback so you can synchronize audio and music to video elements more accurately. I'm shooting today's video using the iPad 11, so this is the front facing camera, and that's another reason why I picked up the iPad 9. It was because of the ultra wide front facing camera, and the video quality that you're looking at right now is exactly the way that it will show up if you shoot a video with the iPad 11. The front facing camera of the iPad 11, which is also ultra wide angle, is situated at a more modern position. So it's right at the front top center when you have the iPad set on landscape. I'm just on the cusp of being a millennial, but not really. So I prefer YouTube videos which are landscape. So this is more useful for me. However, if you are a millennial, then the iPad 9 camera will be suitable for you because it's situated in the correct position. If you turn the camera portrait mode, then that camera will be situated at the center and the top of the iPad, which is correct. Right now, it's for the iPad 11, it's situated in the middle and top when you are shooting a landscape video, but most of the millennials will be shooting videos in portrait mode. So the other key difference here is USB-C. I have an embarrassing amount of lightning dongles like this one. I have so many. In the history of the time that the Apple lightning plug that you see here has stayed relevant. So that's one of the main reasons also why I bought the iPad 9 when I did 2 years back. And by getting an iPad 9, I can reuse these dongles without having to buy new USB-C dongles. And also the Apple Pencil was really weird, as you may have seen in different videos. You had to charge the Apple Pencil using Lightning, but the iPad 10 didn't have a Lightning port to charge the pencil. So for typing, I'm using these mechanical keyboards, right? I've also got smaller, thinner, low profile portable ones, and I find that that's the way to go, really, especially if you really like the feedback of using mechanical keyboards. The iPad 11 has a little bit more screen real estate, just a little bit more on a horizontal angle, but vertically, if you're looking at it, well, depending on the orientation. So if you're looking at it from a landscape point of view, it's got identical height almost, and it's got a little bit more at the side. So if it's portrait mode, then yeah, you get a little bit more height here compared to the iPad 9. I will miss being able to hold the iPad 9 with the black bars at the side when I'm in bed. These two sides won't accidentally press a button, backspace on a browser, pause a video, nothing like that. So apart from that, of course, we've got performance, and I've been using the iPad to do some video editing, but I was also previewing some of the footage that I had captured, and it is obviously smoother, but it won't be as smooth as iPad Air or iPad Pro with M processing chip. That said, I believe it's more than sufficient if you're editing 1080p videos, and I think that's all you need. 4K videos are great, but 1080p is more than enough in my opinion. Now, what about the camera performance? So I have some test footage here, and I gotta say the back camera of the iPad isn't even going to stack up to a mid-tier, mid-range Samsung Android phone camera. So I've got some comparison shots here for you to see. You can see that there's a lot more contrast, a lot more clarity on the Samsung A55 camera, which is not even Samsung's top of the line mobile phone cameras. Those are the S series phones. However, the ultra wide angle front facing camera of the iPad 11, that's fantastic. And that's the reason why I went for the iPad 9. That's the reason why I went for the iPad 11. I didn't go for the 10 because why upgrade it with every iteration? So I just paused at 10 and then waited for 11. When the 11 came out, that was just the right time. And also, I'm quite pleased that the dimensions of the iPad 10 and 11 are identical, which means that the cases for both will be interchangeable. And that's really an advantage because in a lot of places, you'll see that they marked up the prices of your protection cases by quite a bit, and even the screen protectors for new products, new iPads. They try to milk you for everything that they got. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just describing to you from a user point of view my experience making a decision to go from an iPad 9 to an iPad 11. I'm also glad to say that the iPad 11 comes with a charger and a USB-C cable, high quality USB-C cable. Yeah, so great. It comes with a power brick and cable. I really like the experience of the iPad 9 and also the iPad 8. iPads are just fantastic to use for media consumption and also to do some light work. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Injured Tech Man signing out.